Breaking news: Obasanjo is not a stupid man, so don't allow him to hijack the movement, Soyinka told the audience. Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka 8th intervention series, Quis Custodiet, Ipsos Custodis, who keeps watch over the watchman. Ghani's unfinished business is published the lies, sins, maligning and provocations of former President Dr. Olusegun Obasanjo against him, Ghani, Femi Falana and others. The book was launched last Thursday, August 2nd at the Freedom Park, Lagos. It was also a forum which Soyinka used to warn Nigerians to be wary of Obasanjo. Obasanjo is not a stupid man, Soyinka told the audience. He tests the wind and then sweeps in. I didn't even, but when I did, I said this man is about to hijack an movement. It's just been confirmed, and I am warning the people to watch this man. He knows how to hijack. Don't let it happen again. The Nobel laureate, playwright and poet Professor Wole Soyinka, amongst various other issues, Professor Wole Soyinka used no words in accusing Obasanjo of building his presidential lecture in Abeokuta remains a moral eyesore when we were school pupils. One of our illustrated reading texts was one titled, "This is the house that Jack built." Today, more generations will point to that thing which I have dubbed the presidential laundromat and say, "This is the house that fraud built." One pertinent question, and to which not a few among the audience identified with, was asked by Seun Okinboloye of Channel TV. Obasanjo appears to have the good fortune or sense to stand on the good side of history. About the open letter he wrote to, a lot of people have said, "Look, take away the messenger, look at the message." Are you afraid that this time again Obasanjo is going to be on the good side of political history? To that heavy-laden question, Soyinka replied, "I don't understand that question at all. I agreed to give this lecture in memory of Gani Fawehinmi, and I choose this title because of occasion that this man we are talking about, in a 3-volume biography of his life, all his achievements, he took time and said that Wole Soyinka said to a young man that he does what he does only to make sure he is not outshone by his colleagues in the struggle." Could any title be more appropriate? Could any topic be more appropriate? Memorial occasion of one or two of the 3 rival activists. Moment to choose that title, and in the process addressed a 3-volume compilation of what I consider lies mostly. He, Obasanjo, fought Gani Fawehinmi, Femi Falana. He fought me. He maligned me. What would be suitable on an occasion honoring one of the 3 of us? It is a very small pamphlet in response to that. But taking into consideration also the possibility that this man might come back to mislead the people once again. And when you talk about predicting Jonathan for any effort of Obasanjo, that I'm aware, Obasanjo raised the winds, he tests the wind and then sweeps in. I didn't even know this before, but when I did, I said this man is about to hijack an existing movement. It has just been, and I am warning the people to watch this man. He knows how to hijack. Professor Wole Soyinka, however, did to Obasanjo, saying he is free to form a political party, to oppose anybody or promote anything if he wants. But I will not be what I am or who I am if I watch the tissue of life being spun without saying anything. He accused Obasanjo of playing roles to truncate the actualization of June 12. Soyinka also said Obasanjo is welcome if he wants to reform himself. And I think the process has begun. In this book I said, get thee to a monastery. Maybe he has taken good advice. That's why he has appeared in the of a monk. I don't give up on him, and believe you me, you will be astonished how often I have wished him well when he received. I was all ready to go and celebrate with him. At last moment I said, if I show my presence there, this man will annoy me physically. He will make some outrageous statement to have to reply. And at the last moment, I decided to leave him enjoy his day. And I wrote him a letter and said, when you are celebrating something uncomplicated, a real achievement of your own, I will be there. Ask him, he will show you the letter. Instead of just accepting my letter, he started abusing me again, saying, real generalship of the world. I thought I was saving the world from prediction, and he was thinking of his own personal ambition. What more can a man do? Neither did the Nobel Wole Soyinka spare President Muhammadu Buhari and the APC government. Essential. Soyinka told the audience and the press that ground be cleared to pave way for a new generation of rulers in this nation. But that the former president, Dr. Olusegun Obasanjo, should not be allowed to hijack any movement organized for the purpose. Such intervention were movements of doubt, alarms and reports about Nigeria. Soyinka replied, oh yes, frequently, all of the above and more. Even now, I have clearly, grievously acts of misgovernance around us under this regime. Errors and forced errors, all which I consider being stupid. Failures, language of soft excusing, which I've condemned in the past, but now are all over again. The glozing over degrees of intolerable bloodshed, if it is just a casual event happening by accident. Failure to exert authority when and immediately as due, which has led to the escalation of killings of impunity right, left and center, and one police commissioner's communal clashes. The Nobel laureate decried what he described as present cheapening of life of Nigerians. The end of life. The value of life in the last 1 year or so is such that we have not witnessed for a very long time. This is why it has become essential that we of ground clearing to pave the way for a new generation of rulers in this nation. To make sure that in the process we don't go back to what we are getting ourselves out of. One of the most unconscionable acts we can be held guilty by coming generation and 2019, an opportunity still exists that can be reformed, can be total overturned, whatever it takes to secure the nation and give us a new sense of dignity. Asked whether Obasanjo has not done any good things whatsoever, Soyinka said, I do not know any human being who has not done some good at one time or the other. It is very difficult to find one. It is just that icon which Obasanjo has done, but we know it is there. It has got. Some people have been going to see Obasanjo, and when they leave, they come to see me in Abeokuta, and we discuss. And that is why I am incensed that any attempt to hijack possible movement, and I have seen that attempting hijack take at the beginning, for instance, The first group that came out, Agbakoba's intervention group, in which Obi Ezekwesili was a member. And next thing I hear, the same terminology that was used before is going on. Why can't young new blood be allowed to do this? Obasanjo present at the event where J.P. Clark, Sam Omosheye, Kunle Ajibade, human rights lawyer Femi Falana, and other dignitaries. Thank you, viewers, for listening to the news. Just as you have heard from the laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, he has made the book up for us to see concerning the kind of person our former president Olusegun Obasanjo is. According to him, is a wind himself. He sees the wind and he tastes the wind, and he knows how to go about hijacking the wind. What's a brilliant observation? That is to say that Obasanjo is a professional observer. He observed humans both physically and spiritually. And even if you yourself appears to be like the wind, it will follow you like the wind. So he knows the looks and crowning of Nigerian, and he knows how to get hold of when the going gets tough. So the laureate is advising us all these happenings around us, because if he does, he's going to use this as an advantage to the other side for his own favor. Your opinion. Don't forget, click on the subscription button as well as the bell button for more updates. Thank you.